Okay, yeah, this is definitely a new thing for me. But we are live on C Street Kids. Let's see who is following us online this evening. It is 7:33, and we are ready for story time with Miss Lauren. Is anyone online yet? Let's see. I don't really know how to check. Oh, okay. I see we got a couple people. Cool. I'm so excited. Hi, Stella. Hey, Henry. So excited to talk with y'all today and share a story. We are looking forward to it. And let's see if anybody else pops on. Awesome. Hi, Allie. I think we're going to be on. All right. Let's get to it. All right. Story time with Miss Lauren. Brought to you today by social distancing. Extroverts are not okay. And the letter A. Today, our story takes us back to the great classic Amelia Bedelia. Brought to you today, our voter's choice. All right, now, doing this on my phone, and I don't have one of those stand things, so you're definitely going to have to hope that I can hold a book and hold the phone at the same time. But yes, Amelia Bedelia by Peggy Parrish. One of my favorite books when I was a kid. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know my Instagram handle is Amelia Bedelia. My mom always used to call me that when I was a kid. All right, here we go. Oh, Amelia Bedelia, your first day of work and I can't be here. But I made a list for you. You do just what the list says, said Mrs. Rogers. Mrs. Rogers got into the car with Mr. Rogers. They drove away. My, what nice folks. I'm going to like working here, said Amelia Bedelia. I'd like working here too. What do you think? That's a gorgeous house. Amelia Bedelia went inside. Such a grand house. These must be rich folk, but I must get to work. Here I stand just looking, and me with a whole list of things to do. Amelia Bedelia stood there a minute longer. I think I'll make a surprise for them. I'll make a lemon meringue pie. I do make good pies. I love pie. So, Amelia Bedelia went into the kitchen. She put a little of this and a pinch of that into a bowl. She mixed and she rolled. Soon her pie was ready to go into the oven. There, said Amelia Bedelia, that's done. I love pie. Just putting that out there. Now, let's see what the list says. Amelia Bedelia read, change the towels in the green bathroom. Amelia Bedelia found the green bathroom. Those towels are very nice, she thought. Why change them? Then Amelia Bedelia remembered what Mrs. Rogers had said. She must do just what the list told her. Well, all right, said Amelia Bedelia. So, Amelia Bedelia got some scissors. She snipped a little here and a little there, and she changed those towels. She gonna Oh dear, it's not looking good. There, said Amelia Bedelia. She looked at her list again. Dust the furniture. Did you ever hear tell of such a silly thing? At my house, we undust the furniture. But to each his own way. Amelia Bedelia took one last look at the bathroom. She saw a big box with the word dusting powder on it. Well, look at that. A special powder to dust with, exclaimed Amelia Bedelia. So, Amelia Bedelia dusted the furniture. Oh dear. That should be dusty enough. My, how nice it smells. Draw the drapes when the sun comes in, read Amelia Bedelia. She looked up. The sun was coming in. Amelia Bedelia looked at the list again. Draw the drapes? That's what it says. Not much of a hand at drawing, but I'll try. So, Amelia Bedelia sat right down and she drew those drapes. Lord help. Let's see. Amelia Bedelia marked off about the drapes. Now what? Put the lights out when you finish in the living room. Amelia Bedelia thought about this a minute. She switched off the lights and she carefully unscrewed each bulb. And, oh dear, it's not looking good. Look what she did. Look what she did. And Amelia Bedelia put the lights out. So those things need to be aired out too. Just like pillows and babies. Oh, I do have a lot to learn. Look at that bird. The bird's looking at her like, what are you doing, woman? My pie! Exclaimed Amelia Bedelia. She hurried to the kitchen. Just right, she said. She took the pie out of the oven and put it on the table to cool. Then she looked at the list. Measure 2 cups of rice. That's next, said Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia found 2 cups. She filled them with rice. And Amelia Bedelia measured that rice. Amelia Bedelia laughed. These folks do want me to do some funny things. Then she poured the rice back into the container. Look at that. Y'all, The meat market will deliver a steak and a chicken. Please trim the fat before you put the steak in the icebox. And please dress the chicken. When the meat arrived, Amelia Bedelia opened the bag. She looked at the steak for a long time. Yes, she said, that will do nicely. So, Amelia Bedelia got some lace and some ribbon, and Amelia Bedelia trimmed that fat before she put the steak in the icebox. Oh dear. Oh boy. Now I must dress the chicken. I wonder if she wants a he chicken or a she chicken, said Amelia Bedelia. And Amelia Bedelia went right to work. Soon the chicken was ready. She's made little chicken pants. Oh dear. Amelia Bedelia heard the door open. The folks are back, she said. She rushed out to meet them. Amelia Bedelia, why are all the light bulbs outside? Asked Mr. Rogers. The list just said to put the lights out, said Amelia Bedelia. It didn't say to bring them back in. Oh, I do hope they didn't get aired too long. Amelia Bedelia, the sun will fade the curtains. I asked you to draw the drapes, said Mrs. Rogers. I did, see, said Amelia Bedelia. She held up her picture. Oh dear. Then Mrs. Rogers saw the furniture. The furniture! She cried. Didn't I dust it well enough? Asked Amelia Bedelia. That's such nice dusting powder. Mr. Rogers went to wash his hands. I say, he called, these are very unusual towels. Mrs. Rogers dashed into the bathroom. Oh, my best towels, she said. Didn't I change them enough? Said Amelia Bedelia. Oh no. Oh no. This isn't looking good. Not at all. Mrs. Rogers went to the kitchen. I'll cook the dinner. Where's the rice I asked you to measure? I put it back in the container. But I remember it measured 4.5 inches, said Amelia Bedelia. Was the meat delivered? Asked Mrs. Rogers. Yes, said Amelia Bedelia. I trimmed the fat just like you said. It does look nice. Mrs. Rogers rushed to the icebox. She opened it. Lace! Ribbons! Oh dear, said Mrs. Rogers. The chicken. You dressed the chicken? Asked Mrs. Rogers. Yes, and I found the nicest box to put him in, said Amelia Bedelia. Box? Exclaimed Mrs. Rogers. Mrs. Rogers hurried over to the box. She lifted the lid. There lay the chicken, and he was just as dressed as he could be. Mrs. Rogers was angry. She was very angry. She opened her mouth. Mrs. Rogers meant to tell Amelia Bedelia she was fired. But before she could get the words out, Mr. Rogers put something in her mouth. I hope it wasn't the chicken. It was so good. Mrs. Rogers forgot about being angry. Lemon meringue pie, she exclaimed. I made it to surprise you, said Amelia Bedelia happily. So right then and there, Mr. and Mrs. Rogers decided that Amelia Bedelia must stay. And so she did. Mrs. Rogers learned to say, undust the furniture, unlight the lights, close the drapes, and things like that. Mr. Rogers didn't care if Amelia Bedelia trimmed all of his steaks with lace. All he cared about was having her there to make lemon meringue pie. The end. That was a great story. I always love this story. There's so many Amelia Bedelia books. We could totally make this a series thing, like Amelia Bedelia and the Cat and Amelia Bedelia in the Shower, where it was a bridal shower, I think, and she used a hose. It was bad. So, yay, Amelia Bedelia. Now, I hope we can do stuff like this every week. I have lots of other choices, including Who Loves Miss Nelson? I love Miss Nelson with Viola Swamp. We also have Curious George. And for you late night friends, Goodnight Moon. And our runner-up, The Giving Tree. But don't forget to tune in tomorrow night at 6 p.m. because Bible Quest for our children at church is going live to teach our lesson. And don't forget, today was brought to you by Storytime with Miss Lauren. Brought to you by our new favorite words, social distancing and the letter A. Tune in next time. Hope to see y'all soon. Have a great evening with your families.